Introduce you to this guy. This is Kimbo Slice, although if you've been on the internet or on YouTube, you've probably heard of him. He is a fighter who, as you can see from the blood on his knuckles, has no problem taking apart people's faces. This brutal guy, he's a bouncer for a porn company that shoots porn for the internet. He started out doing just sort of neighborhood fights, and he was the toughest guy in his neighborhood because really, he was the toughest guy in his neighborhood.
Are they bare-knuckle boxing fights, or are they no-holds-barred fights?
It's basically bare knuckles, fists, elbows, but no chokes. If you look on the internet, it's savage. And I think that's what's interesting. I think that's what's compelling is you look at this person who's so savage on what you see on YouTube, and then you say, what's behind this person?
Can this guy actually do anything in mixed martial arts?
He's got the size, he's got the fighting capability, he's got the instinct, he's gotten expert training, which a lot of these guys don't bother to go out and get or get to the degree that he has. You gotta meet this guy. Because it's not just he's the underground guy you've seen that every 19-year-old kid on the block has been, emailing to each other. That's part of it. But look at him. You gotta meet this guy.
If you've never heard of Kimbo Slice, here he is.
This is the ESPN VIP exclusive. We're gonna keep it rated PG for all y'all boys and girls at home. I gotta keep my hands to myself. Gotta be a good boy.
Kimbo is going to be an international star. He's going to be the guy that we took from an internet, from a computer on my desk, into stardom.
Get him, Kimbo! Get him!
He's a big, tough, scary dude who punches real hard, and he looks crazy.
No rest for the weary.
Go! 15 seconds, let's go!
That's a guy who doesn't have fear. Guys who don't have fear strike fear in everybody else.
What's the meaning of fear? Do we not know fear? I come from the streets.
33-year-old Kimbo Slice comes from Miami, from a part of town where if you want to make it, you know how to fight. Back then, they called him by his given name, Kevin Ferguson, or sometimes just Ferg.
What's the first fight you ever got in,
The first fight I ever had, I was like maybe 13, the guy was like 26. I saw a friend of mine just getting beat up, and I just went over there and intervened. And before I knew it, I just had a right punch. I guess came from the skies, and I just seen his hand drop a little bit and just cleaned his clock. And everyone in the neighborhood and the projects, they kind of knew, yo, man, Ferg could fight.
Yeah!
By the time Ferguson got to Miami Palmetto High School, he was using that aggression on the football field. He was so dominating at middle linebacker that teammate Bryce Erickson, son of then University of Miami football coach Dennis Erickson, can remember each bone-crushing hit.
Kevin turned into an animal on the field because I think he had a switch. When he was going to tackle you, he had the intentions of hurting you. I mean, he would hit people, and those people would not get up.
But in August of 1992, before his senior season, everything changed.
South Florida is bracing tonight for the arrival of Hurricane Andrew, what may be the most powerful hurricane to hit there in over half a century.
That year was just a bad year. Hurricane Andrew came through and just destroyed everything.
The area lay in ruins. Ferguson's high school canceled almost half the football team's games, wrecking any chance he had at a college scholarship. With his home destroyed, his situation spiraled. Ferguson moved from place to place until he finally began sleeping in the back of his car.
What did you do after school to start making money?
You want the clean version or the unclean version?
No, the real version.
And we all do what we have to do to make a living, and to survive. I would work a job, At those times, people just wasn't hiring.
But Ferguson kept trying, scraping together odd jobs. Then in 2000, he began working as a bouncer at video shoots for an internet porn business.
What's that world like?
In the beginning, it was like, hey, stay calm, relax now, it's not your thing, just sit back and, so you just got to be professional at, at it, and After a while, you get used to it.